right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. 6-6, pull it high.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Tighten up. Check 24, check 24.
Here we go on second and 12. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Glenn. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
On the double.
58, come on. Exit.
There go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
90 Wolf. Yeah. Hey, foxtrot.
Throwing on first down. Glenn. Looking left side and he's got a man. That's Horton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Glenn. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ready.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a third and long situation forthcoming.
Hey, team 6. Snap.
From the gun, Lynn. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
No.
Back to throw. Glenn. throw left side complete. It's Horton. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Go, let's go.
4 down. Hey, number 28, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Check in. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
81, shoot.
Operating from the gun. Glenn looking left sideline. It's complete. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Looking to throw. Glenn. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
On the set. Hey, wahoo.
49.
Ready?
From the gun, Glenn. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That's it, baby. We go work.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Complete to Bryant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Lynn. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
61, match box, let's go.
Back to throw. Glenn, he's going to let this. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Lynn. Going deep here for Bryant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun. Lynn is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Bravo. Let's go. Now. 6-6, pull it high. 4 down. Alert. My 28. Watch, ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glenn, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Come on,
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
From the gun, Glenn. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Throwing to start the drive. Lynn. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like when they were
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Alpha. X3. 218. Chopper.
Throwing on third and long. Lynn under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go now.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Switches on. Go.
Operating from the gun. Glenn flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Glenn. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now a give right side. Young. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Greystone, travel.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Fire.
From the gun, Lynn He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, Lynn. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Glenn, he's good. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw again. Lynn. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Young, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lynn. Complete. Smith has it. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Ready.
Off play action. Lynn. And this one's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Get it.
Throwing again. Lynn. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Lynn. And he's going to go down again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give right side. Young. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays according.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator.
Single, now single the slot, He's crashing. He's checking crash.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hatchet.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Young, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Forced out to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on third down. Lynn. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Lynn. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And some room to work. The 30, 10, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more.
Next to score, Jaguars 42, Bills 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check. Lucky.
6'6", bullet high.
Looking to throw. Lynn. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
49
On first down, Glenn got his man complete over the middle. That's Horton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Yeah, baby.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the...
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ready, set.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Blue Dan.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ready.
On first down, Young. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Get it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Crunch.
To throw on 2nd down, Lynn. He's got Smith here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Lynn. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Glenn. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Jaguars 45, Bills 17. Matt Gay.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
General West. Let's go. Get set. Ready.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On first and 10, Lynn under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Lynn. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.